Well, ahoy! How are you? Well, I hope. Before we get started, we need to jump back. 1974, 1975. Well, it appears we already have. Look at us, huh? Not too shabby. Anyway, so it's 1974, 1975. You're a young preteen, 12, 13, I'm guessing, somewhere in there. And you're in a liquor store and you see up on the shelf this beautiful decanter, Walker's Deluxe Bourbon. And you manage to liberate it. Aged 8 years in the barrel before they put it in this beautiful glass decanter. Well, 50 years later, that boy gives it to his buddy being me, and my good friend, a special thank you to Brian Nunes. I thought we'd open it and give it a taste. But before we get to that, Walker's Deluxe Bourbon Whiskey actually started in Canada, and it was started by this cat named Hiram Walker, and he made Canadian club whiskey in the 19th century, so the mid 1800s, something like that. Now, of course, in the United States, we had Prohibition for a minute. Prohibition ended in 1933, and by that time, Hiram Walker and Sons, as the company was known, was now owned by this cat named Harry Hatch. And he decided to cross over the U.S. and Canadian border and would start a new distillery in Peoria, Illinois, and Walker's Deluxe Bourbon was essentially born. Now we flash forward from 1933 to 1974. The distillery decides to release these decanters with their whiskey for the holiday season. And on each side, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, right? They have a license plate and a date that represents the first year the state released a plate. For example, on this particular one, New Jersey, 1908. Also on here is Louisiana, Alabama, and Iowa. Now they actually did 9 different decanters, which is really only 36 plates, so I'm not sure where the other 14 states, maybe it just didn't work out and they never got to them, lost popularity. I don't know. But the distillery itself closed in 1981, was sold for parts and scrap. I believe the Walker name still exists, but it's probably part of, Buffalo Trace or Sazerac or something like that. Who knows, some huge conglomerate. But anyway, I thought we would open it up and give her a taste. And the one unique thing, I just broke the seal just by that little twist. This is the part that's sort of amazing. Okay, so I can get my shot so you can see it filling up there. Well, how do I get that into the glass, man? Seems a little gimmicky. Anyway, turn it back over. We'll pour a little bit and we'll see what we have. Let's give her a taste. Here's the piece that broke off. I don't know. Let's let that breathe for a second. But again, you can see, I think you can see anyway. Doesn't really matter. It's a very nice little bottle. Again, I don't know how you would get, when you open this up, would I do this over the sink to be able to get my shot into the glass? So let's give it a taste. Well, you know how some bourbons or scotches will have a finish of vanilla, maybe a hint of coffee or cherry, it just sort of washes over your palate at the end. Yeah, that's not this stuff. This has a little turpentine or perhaps toily. This is Yeah, it's actually, it's not terrible, but I think it has started to turn. Again, the hint of turpentine is quite strong. This might be better served cleaning your grout on your tile than consuming it, but kind of fun. I don't know, maybe if we mixed it with some 7-Up or ginger ale, we might be able to get it down. So I've had worse. It's not Kessler's or J&B or Seagram 7. Oh. Anyway, I was just having some fun. I thought that was really cool that Brian still had it all these years, and it was super kind that he thought to give it to me. The whiskey, it's okay. I think it is obviously, again, it does have a hint of turpentine. Certainly drinkable, but not pleasurable. But I might get it down, though. You never know. Anyway, in this world, you can be anything you want. You be kind. You be humble. You be forgiving. And we'll see you next time. I'm going to go get drunk on some 70s liquor. Bye.